Vanguard Zombies, known around the community as the worst zombies experience ever, filled with terrible weapons, reused multiplayer map designs, and delivered us a lot of what every human hates upon arrival: change. But for all its flaws, I don't think Vanguard Zombies is as big of a letdown as we make it to be. The issue that Activision made when making this game is it focused on the game being an island. It made you, the player, feel like you were in an ocean surrounded by nothing but one island, which was Vanguard Zombies. When you're used to living in a city full of everything around you, you get plonked in the middle of nowhere on an island. When at the time when you've been looking forward to this game coming out and you finally get it and you see Dirt and Fang, you are massively let down. And I'm going to change my statement now. Vanguard Zombies is terrible upon arrival. But looking back now, knowing that we've got Black Ops 6 coming in the next few months, Vanguard Zombies as a standalone game is actually quite good. It's a breath of fresh air for people who have played zombies for years upon years and maybe even decades. It took your traditional zombies mode and twisted it in a way that was so unique that it left new players turning up their nose as soon as they saw it. But now, nearly 3 years later, we can look back and realise the non-round based maps actually weren't too bad. Take Outbreak, for example, from Cold War. Everybody hated on Outbreak, saying that it was a horrible mode and that we should stick to the traditional round-based zombies. I agreed so much. Now on Cold War, Outbreak is what I've spent the most hours playing, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Outbreak is incredible. Now on Cold War, there are other maps such as Die Maschine, Firebase said, Mauer de Toten and Forsaken, which were all 10 out of 10 maps in my opinion. And you could play the round-based and get captured in the moment. And it was truly a phenomenal zombies experience. Now Vanguard, for example, had Shino Numa, which I would honestly say is an 8 out of 10 map. The Easter egg is incredible. The Wonder Weapon, though just a reskinned version of the Wonder Waff, is incredible. The fact you can craft the Wonder Waff is incredible. The reimagined version of Shino Numa is incredible. And you can play this inside of Vanguard. What else can you play inside of Vanguard? Dirt and Fang and all these challenge maps that everyone said was rubbish. Just like how you can play Outbreak in Cold War. So my theory is, if you were to flip the release dates of Dirt and Fang and Shino Numa, Vanguard would still have such a better rep than it does to this day. If upon release, players could jump into what they know and love, being Shino Numa, with a reimagined map, new doors, new weapons, new side quest, and an insane main quest for a map that has only ever been a survival map, the players would love it, much like Die Maschine on Cold War. If Cold War launched with Outbreak and then released Die Maschine afterwards, everybody would hate it. But the fact that Vanguard launched with Dirt and Fang and then released Shino Numa, the players were already gone and went into Shino Numa with the horrible mindset that they know and love when it comes to this game. However, if Shino Numa had launched first, people would have loved it just like they did if they weren't brain rotted. They would have played it to death just like they did with Die Maschine, and then upon Dirt and Fang's release, the players would have stuck with it because they know how good Shino Numa was. And then here's the most important bit. They would have played Dirt and Fang, realised how terrible it was, and then gone back to Shino Numa, because that was the fun map. Very similar to when Black Ops 3 released and the Giant and Shadows of Evil were released together. Everyone hated Shadows because it was new, so they went to the Giant, what they know and love, and it was a success. With this, people didn't give Shino Numa the respect it deserved, or even play it at all, because Vanguard was such a letdown up until that point. What I highly stress is if you have bought Vanguard Zombies, or Vanguard as a whole, go back and play it now, and just see if you can get to terms with it. Because I played Dirt and Fang last night, and knowing that we've got Black Ops 6 on the horizon and this is not what we're stuck with for another year, actually isn't anywhere near as bad as it was given credit for.